There are no vegan rapists in the prisons of the world. You go find me a vegan rapist. I'd love to hear about a story. I'll show you prisons around the world full of meat, dairy, and egg-eating rapists and child molesters and murderers and people that rob and steal. In fact, I'll even take it a step further when we talk about health. Go find me a hospital with a bunch of sick vegans in it. I'll show you hospitals full of people with heart disease, cancers, diabetes, osteoporosis, kidney problems, etc., all stemming from animal protein, the main cause of every major disease on this planet.
Welcome to the Cannabis Vegan. I'm Jason Logic. On today's show, we're going to be looking at one of the most amazing woman cannabis movements ever, the Sisters of the Valley. And we're going to dive a little deeper into their CBD-rich reality, in which they have helped so many people, as they are under attack now, and we will learn how to pull together and help. This and more on the Cannabis Vegan.
You have clothes on, and I notice that you have a cell phone and you have a computer. It is unfair to pick one thing that lions do that you want to mimic when you don't want to mimic anything else they do. When lions walk up and greet each other, they sniff each other's ass. When I came in this room, you did not kneel down and sniff my ass.
Alright guys, this first one comes to us from 420intel.com. This one is very dear and special to me in my heart, as Sister Kate and Sister Darcy are very special in their own right. They are a force of nature. I love everything that they have done in the past, present, and in the future. I'll also have another video on them of their most recent doings of a drop-off and help of the world in action. But meanwhile, I'd like to also express that the women movement in itself, to me, is very important. As I am not a woman myself, but do support all things women, I do encourage you guys to understand that the cannabis vegan reality here at the Cannabis Vegan holds cannabis very dearly to my heart. And that cannabis in itself, we are looking at the female flower in itself. We are not looking at the male. Now, I also want to point out to you guys that there is not very many flowers in existence that have a male and female flower. I want you to do your research on that, because not very many people know that. And as I watch the stories unfold, the newest stories of all on the 2nd of January has unfolded that we basically are in the fight to keep Sister Kate and Sister Darcy's hopes alive. It's really making it difficult for them to do what they need to do, considering that they've been doing this now for a little while. And they have really dedicated themselves to showing how much further that they really can break down their possibilities of helping everybody. And with the city and the state, federal, basically stating that they want to ban what they're doing, it's making it quite difficult for them to do anything. But we will have hope as we push forward, because there's no doubt that these sisters, well, they're going to make a difference. Not only are they making a difference, but the past, the present, and the future, well, they have done so well that we really need to make awareness of what's going on. I encourage you guys to do your research, to learn about Sister Kate, to see what she has done for others, how she could benefit you in your life, and how you can help benefit us all. Please, guys, I encourage you guys to help support her, to help support the true cannabis vegan reality. We are trying to get this medicine to everybody. And as long as everybody understands what the possibilities are, then it is endless of the possibilities that we can do. Please, guys, do your research. And why don't we go ahead and take a deeper look at what the sisters have done already.
Paradise, put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? It paid paradise, put up a parking lot. They took all the trees, put them in a tree museum. And they charge the people $1.50 just to see them. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Hey, farmer, farmer, put away the DDT now. Give me spots on my apples, or leave me the birds and the bees. Please don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took away my old man. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking.
First anniversary of a marijuana-based business in Merced, the Sisters of the Valley have been producing salves and tonics made with cannabis. And while their products won't make anyone high, they are fighting to keep the city council from putting them out of business. Action News reporter Jane Haagenson visited the Sisters of the Valley today and joins us live from Merced City Hall with their story. Jane.
Yeah, Graciela, the city council is about to consider next week whether to completely ban marijuana growing in the city of Merced. Now, a lot of people are upset by that, including the two Sisters of the Valley, who see their manufacture of marijuana-based medicines as a spiritual quest. Sister Kate and Sister Darcy are tending their small crop of marijuana plants in the garage of the home they share in Merced. They consider themselves nuns, but are not Catholic or even traditionally religious.
All of our prayer goes into our work.
They produce a variety of products made from the cannabinoids or CBDs found in the marijuana plant. Their plants do not contain THC, the substance that creates the marijuana high. They believe creating these healing goods is a spiritual quest.
So we spend no time on bended knee, but when we make our medicine, it's a prayerful environment. It's a prayerful time.
More for me about the sisterhood and the feminist movement to live and work with other women and to do a positive thing for the community and obviously for the world because we ship it everywhere.
They sell their product online at Etsy, a web market known for handmade, handcrafted items. They claim their substances offer a treatment for a whole lot of problems.
We make CBD oil, which takes away seizures and a million other things. And we make a salve that's a multi-purpose salve. And we found out that it cures migraines, hangovers, earaches, diaper rash, toothaches.
But their production is threatened. The Merced City Council is considering a proposed ban on all marijuana cultivation.
Yes, it's frustrating to me because there are all these people with negative attitudes about something that is truly God's gift.
The sisters and their supporters are hoping to keep what they're doing legal.
Embrace, regulate, and tax. That's how we want them to do it.
Wow, guys. Absolutely amazing. What a way to break it down and really get to the point. Before we end this last article here, I am going to recover just a little bit more on this topic. As the future is really not certain for any of this, for any of us, for anybody that is trying to really make a difference for our own families, ourselves, our friends, the world. We really need to make sure that we're doing our homework and doing our research to really make sure that we understand how and where these realities play forth into what we know as this place we call Earth. Please, guys, do your research. Looking a little further down, too, when I saw this article, it really got me thinking about how much is going on, period, in California. How many things are changing so rapidly, things like that. Well, as we see here, the council really has put an objective on the reality, and I really do stress that the things that we can do the most to help them, to help yourself, to help your friends, and help your families, is to do the research. Really move forward. See what we can really do. For more on this, go to 420intel.com.
Imagine a world we could live in, planting seeds in the minds of our children. Plant these trees and grow our solution. Hemp can heal the world. Imagine a world we could live in, planting seeds in the minds of our children. Plant these trees and grow our solution. Hemp can save the world.
All right, our next story comes to us from greenrushdaily.com. Well, with so many states really making a difference, so many states just right on the precipice of being able to really reap the benefits of all things cannabis. It's really showing that most people are starting to discover that it is all things cannabis vegan, as this plant holds more power than most will ever know. Pittsburgh alone is right on the brink of becoming the second major city of Pennsylvania to decriminalize cannabis. Now, as I can see forth, we really are pushing the limitations of really showing that everyone around's participation, their letters, their emails, their videos, even the comments below, all play into a big role of really what's going on. I encourage you guys to follow this story and look deeper with this, as I can really think that another state will be on another brink of another outcome. Hooray, guys. Big love and big hooray. For more on that, go to greenrushdaily.com. Our next story comes to us from greenrushdaily.com as well. This story caught my eye just particularly interesting because the simple fact is a lot of people are getting fired. I've been one of them from their jobs because they are either A, related to cannabis, or they have a medical need and they have full coverage, license, doctor notes, and everything, like myself, and they still push you down. Well, this article caught my attention because this woman has really shown what she could do herself. What really much more that she could do for the fight of the movement, I should say, but really what she had did for herself after the situation had occurred. That well, now she's going to be fired, and it had nothing to do with her performance of professionalism, or anything to do with that she was in the wrong. No, it came down that the war on drugs is the war on us. Let's go ahead and take a look at this a little deeper.
This is how I went from being a local news anchor to a marijuana activist. Hi, my name is Sid. I'm 25 years old, I'm married, and I'm a University of Oregon graduate. I am a former local news anchor, reporter, and producer. I'm a runner, an animal lover, and a generally optimistic and bubbly person. And I enjoy using marijuana. If you're someone who immediately jumped to negative conclusions about my life, ask yourself, what do you really know about marijuana? Because I found those who are adamantly against marijuana usually don't know much about it. Furthermore, if you're against marijuana but you drink alcohol, ask yourself why. Alcohol kills millions of people each year. By comparison, marijuana is harmless both for personal use and for society because unlike alcohol, marijuana does not kill, it does not incite violence, and it does not lead to criminal acts. This is a public safety issue. We need to break down the negative social stigmas, the laws, and the misguided policies that are forcing people to choose alcohol over marijuana. Because driving people to drink is dangerous, it's hypocritical, and it just doesn't make sense. My marijuana use had never negatively impacted my life until recently when I lost my job as a local news anchor. Like any other workday, I showed up completely sober. I was stressed, on my way to a live shot in rush hour traffic behind the wheel of a work car, and I accidentally tapped the bumper of the car in front of me. I was immediately forced to take a drug test to pee into a cup, and that was that. The decision to fire me didn't come from my immediate supervisors who actually worked with me every day and told me that they wanted me to keep my job. That's because they knew me and they trusted me just like they trusted my coworkers who used alcohol in their free time. No, the decision to fire me came from a corporate attorney who had never even met me. Marijuana might be legal in Oregon now and a handful of other states, but clearly we still have a long way to go. When you consider the facts, it is crazy to think that marijuana has ever been considered dangerous, but I think that it's at least partly due to a lack of exposure. We need more realistic examples of normal and responsible marijuana users. So here I am. Like many other stoners out there, I don't fit the lazy, stupid, loser stereotype. The only stereotype that I've been fighting in my life is being considered an overachieving goody-goody. I'm responsible, I'm educated, I'm a woman, and the vast majority of people who meet me would never in their wildest dreams assume that I use marijuana. But I do. I'm really tired of hiding it, and that is why I want people to take notice. I want to start a conversation. I want you to ask me anything. If you don't agree with me, please let me know why, because I want people to be informed, no longer misinformed. I truly believe that once people know the facts about marijuana, you're going to be just as confused as I am that we're even having this debate.
Well, that really breaks it down, you guys. That really shows the professionalism in which we all need to achieve. Those that have lost themselves along the way, being their jobs, their homes, their families, their health, their lives. I'd like to take a moment to reflect that there's so many others out there that aren't heard of. Let's just take a minute, about 10 seconds, to give peace to those that are in the middle of their disaster, at the end of their disasters, and at the beginning of it. Let's go ahead and put our heads down. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you. For more on this, I encourage you guys to check this out and help spread the word, okay? greenrushdaily.com. Moving on to this next story from greenrushdaily.com. There's a lot of inventions coming down the pipeline. I'd have to say I was quite impressed with this article. I was looking to see what kind of inventions really made it overall and what will carry into the future. Really surprised this hadn't came out, well, a while ago. Well, this invention here would have to be one of the best we have. I honestly wish I would have known about this before it got really cold, because it would have made a lot of difference. But however, I've redesigned my own. So now all my sweatshirts, all my jackets, all my wear is integrated. For more on that, coming soon from the Cannabis Vegan. But jumping back into this article, the fact that they have invented this sweatshirt that you can vape or smoke cannabis is absolutely top notch. I don't think at the moment that they really took it as far as putting, well, hemp fibers being a hemp hoodie and things like that. But I don't know, because they didn't really break down the full ingredients. I'm still waiting to see exactly what the ingredients are of everything. But I'll definitely keep you informed, but I encourage you guys to push the limitations as well. If you find anything out, leave your comments down below. And together we can definitely see the future and a nice, brighter, safer, cleaner world for us all. But clearly, as we look forward into the future, having something like this does play into role, because it is going to play into a big average suit when, well, basically in 5 years, that everybody, I believe, in my own opinion, everybody in 5 years at 95% is going to be on a cannabis vegan diet. And everybody will see that it not only has the potential of purity, but it helps to save and clean our whole world and atmosphere. Because we obviously need something better in life. Well, this is. And I can consider that most infants, most sick people, should have this kind of setup anyways, around their neck or in their clothing, integrated into it. So therefore they don't have to worry about where is it, how are they going to get it, things like that. Please, guys, do your research to find out more on this. And also to come up with your own inventions as well. Because obviously this is just the beginning. I can clearly see very many applications from this. Being from, yes, an e-cig to an e-dab to even just hookah. Not that I agree with any of that, but, you know, a lot of that I do agree with, but it's up to you. You do what you feel is best, but again, when it hurts others, do remember that the wisest choice is always going to be the cannabis vegan plant every single time. Remember that. Without radiation sprayed on it, or any pesticides, mildew, or mold. Okay? I encourage you guys to do your research on this. Look forward to it coming even further down the pipeline with even more clothing, more line wear, hats, and such. So, yeah, the new beanie as well. So, can't really say the sky's the limit. I would have to say the universe is far beyond the limit. For more on this, guys, go to greenrushdaily.com. Well, guys, that ends today's show. Let's look at scenes from our next episode from the Cannabis Vegan, where we look at the strain sex pot, as well as we look deeper into the new Bob Marley's gelato, made in Italy. Also, we're going to be taking a deeper look into the new dope ball, where it brings healthy sports into the environment of safe cannabis use. And we're also going to be taking a look at the parents that are basically furious about the new cannabis energy drink.
Hey, Ralph Farrell, what are you drinking?
I like it.
Cannabis. Ralph Farrell. Cannabis.
Stop that beat. Flip a script when I pop that can, make you say how damn I wish you would. Green leaf that got me buzzing, make me feel so good. It's that cannabis, it's that cannabis, it's that cannabis, and you can't handle us. Cannabis energy drinks, coolest wings anyway. www.cannabisenergydrink.com. Go get your cannabis drink.
You put a 2-year-old child in a crib with a bunny rabbit and an apple? Let me know when the child eats the bunny rabbit and plays with the apple. And I notice that you have a cell phone, you have a computer. It is unfair to pick one thing that lions do that you want to mimic when you don't want to mimic anything else they do. When lions walk up and greet each other, they sniff each other's ass. When I came in this room, you did not kneel down and sniff my ass.